that sucks. Okay, well.
By Boy Ninja 12. Summary: in this alternate history, Bowser is roped into some boring political business. But you have something that will surely make these not so boring. During the time of Bowser's youth, he was quite the rebellious troublemaker. Well, he still is today to a certain point, but it was more pronounced when he was in his teens. After his father met his end on some war, he was made the new hero and raised by his advisor Kamek. Of course, Bowser and his father were never close, always focusing on conquest and acolytes and family. One day, in the Dark Lands, Kamek arrived into the throne room for a very important message and business opportunity that will benefit both parties. The Magic Koopa arrives in the throne room carrying a document with him.
King Bowser, I received a word from what are you wearing?
He trailed off as he sees Bowser's attire. Bowser was sitting on the throne with his legs over the arm. He wore black boots, gloves, and even wearing a thong. He didn't seem at all bothered by what he was wearing and more annoyed that his caretaker interrupted him. That's Bowser now.
Oh, okay.
You always know how dear old Dad went on and on how a king must be a proper and regal and shit. Well, fuck him. Besides, I like wearing it. Makes it more me.
He explains and adjusted himself, sitting proper as he places a hand on his cheek, tapping the arm on his throne with the other.
Now, what do you want?
Kamek just sighs. Used to his rebellious nature, even as a teenager and young man, he hasn't changed at all. Kamek? Kamek?
Where are we now? I lost the thing.
What the fuck?
Oh, there we go.
Well, you rebellionist, I got here a document about a trade and what could benefit both parties. You can read.
Kamek walks over and hands the document to him. Bowser takes it and unfolds it, reading the parchment with little interest. He's heard these things many times before.
Lord Bowser, we request your audience and blah blah. Our meeting is at Yoshi's Island.
He stopped as his eyes widened, reading the location again now that it's getting his attention.
Wait, Yoshi's Island? That Yoshi's Island?
Kamek nodded, not knowing why his lord was even questioning this. He was wondering why he even stopped and had questions about it.
Yes? Lord Bowser, whatever is the matter now?
Kamek asked him.
Kamek, that place has been nothing but bad memories for me as a kid. Remember, I kidnapped that green crybaby and had my ass kicked when I was a giant, mind you. And then there was the super happy tree thing or whatever. And then there were those screw things. The cookies were really good though. But it's been nothing but bad for me.
Bowser listed off. He seemed like he didn't want to go there at all.
I see. Well, I suppose that is understandable, but you have to go meet him. You're supposed to talk with Yoshi Chieftain himself.
Chieftain, I think. You know, the boss, the Yoshi boss, I guess. The Magic Koopa advisor says to him, and Bowser looked wide-eyed before shaking his head.
What are we writing, bitch?
Oh, well. Well, I suppose that is understood.
What?
No way! No! Have someone else go. Like, you! You can fly on your broomstick or whatever. Or get those generals to do it. They'll be fine.
Bowser shows the parchment back to Kamek as the Koopa looked at it, and then at his king.
But Bowser! It specifically says you have to go. I can't just cancel it because you're being a big crybaby.
Kamek says and turns around with a secret smirk on his face, knowing full well how to get under his skin. There's one thing that Kamek knows over the years, is that Bowser is very prideful, stubbornly so. Bowser grips the arms of his throne tightly, steam coming out of his nose. How dare Kamek say that? He wasn't a crybaby.
I am not a crybaby. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna go to that backwater island.
Bowser stood up and stomped over to Kamek, swiping the room.
I'll show you. I'm Bowser, baby.
And with that, he left the room, slamming the doors shut. Kamek chuckles
Yeah,
to himself,
sure.
knowing that his plan worked. Whatever happens to Bowser, it will happen. As long as the treaty is upheld, that's all well and good, and my fucking power bank!
Who is that singing? She's got to know something.
Alright.
I think I'm back. Dudes!
Well,
Wait a minute.
I believe I'll take a break for now.
Oh wait, that's Kamek.
Yeah, that's...
Well, I believe I'll take a break for now.
Kamek says and hums himself a little tune, going back to his room. It's not until Bowser was in his Koopa clown car, flying to his destination, that he realizes he's been duped. Bowser reset his head onto the rim of the copter car and groans in annoyance.
Well played, old man. Well played. Well, guess I'm doing this. Lucky me.
Bowser complained to himself. Being king has its upsides and downsides. He has a whole kingdom, a kick-ass army, loyal followers, but government and treaties sucked. But if he hoped to be a good ruler, he has to do it. Bowser knew he had to get Kamek back after this. How? No clue. He had no time to think as his destination was becoming visible. Oh well, better focus on the now. Upon landing the vehicle, Bowser climbed out and looked around. Already, the Yoshis were trembling in fear that he would do something bad again, as he always does. Seeing this, Bowser sighed.
Relax. Your chief said I should be here.
He announced. In response, the Yoshis began muttering nervously to themselves.
Just tell me where he is, alright?
After a bit of silence, one Yoshi spoke up.
He's in his hut.
They said.
What does he want with you?
Bowser shrugged.
No clue. The letter didn't really say.
He replied.
If you'll excuse me, I have business to attend.
The Yoshi said nothing and allowed Bowser to leave for the chieftain's hut. As he walked, however, he groaned when he noticed that he was still wearing his little outfit from his conversation with Kamek and it was far too late to change. Besides, he didn't bring any other outfits to the island. Bowser reached the Yoshi chieftain's hut and knocked loudly.
It's unlocked.
Wait, that's actually the
Oh, wait.
chief. What kind of voice could he have?
Like a bit like a mafioso.
It's unlocked. A voice on the other end called. Slowly breathing in and out, Bowser entered and saw the chieftain sitting at a table.
Oh, Bowser, come in. We have a lot to discuss.
This had better be worth my time.
Bowser thought before sitting across from the chieftain.
So what did you want to see me for?
Oh, yes, you see. I hope we could both benefit each other. We seem to have plenty of resources and so do you.
The Yoshi chieftain says as Bowser raises an eyebrow for this.
Is there a point of this? I'm a busy Koopa.
The Koopa King rolls out in annoyance, but the chieftain didn't react. In fact, he didn't seem scared at all. You can kinda admire that.
You have plenty of troops and an army. Plus, you have airship transportation and technology. Plus, we have our own Yoshis who can gather many fruits and other food. Contrary to belief, And you have some enemies as well. Petty ones, mind you.
The Yoshi chieftain explains.
So you want protection and a good alternative method of staying alive? And we get whatever you send? Not much of a fruit guy, but whatever, is that all?
Bowser says this seemed pretty tame, all things considering. He has plenty of troops to spare. Ugh. There was silence as the Yoshi chieftain stares at Bowser. It was making him a bit uncomfortable before he glares at the leader.
What? What are you staring at?
He asked him, wondering what could be so fascinating right now.
You have an interesting outfit, King Bowser.
The chieftain said with a smirk as Bowser grumbles and blushes, realizing he left in a hurry.
Yeah.
He muttered.
What about it?
The chieftain's smirk turned to a smile.
May I take a closer look?
He asked. At this, Bowser hugged himself defensively.
What?
Cooper exclaimed.
You hurt me, King Bowser.
The chieftain replied, unfazed by his discomfort.
Go on, approach me.
Bowser sighed and did as he was told. The last thing he wanted was to get his ass kicked by them again. He blushed as he watched the chieftain glance him up and down before chuckling.
What's so funny?
Bowser asked angrily.
Aye, you've quite the figure,
The chieftain said.
in fact, puts many girl Yoshis to shame.
Bowser blushed and grumbled hearing those words. Why was he doing this? Karma? A sick joke? Who knows? Suddenly the chieftain reached behind Bowser and slapped his ass, causing him to yell.
Oh, what the hell?
Bowser flinched as he backed away a bit. The chieftain stood up and revealed his erection. Bowser's eyes widened to the size of dinner plates just by looking at it. He wasn't really gonna... No, he wouldn't. Would he? Bowser thought about making a run for it, but just as soon as the thought crosses his mind, the chieftain grabbed his head and made him face his cock.
Get to it, King Bowser.
He breathed.
It's impolite to keep a leader waiting.
Bowser could smell the musk, Elon Musk, from the Yoshi's cock. For whatever reason, whether due to pressure or wanting a good impression for once, he opened his mouth and took the head inside. He slowly bobs his head, moving his eyes elsewhere and staring at the Yoshi chieftain who moans.
Ugh, such a good mouth. You're such a good boy, Bowser.
He praises and notices that the Koopa King blushes. He felt so fucking embarrassed that he gave in so easily.
What the fuck is wrong with me? I can easily fit hit this guy's dick. So, why?
Bowser thought with confusion.
Aren't you gonna look at me, Bowser? Are you ashamed? Don't be. You should feel honored. I imagine you don't get this treatment often.
The chieftain says and pats Bowser's head.
No, wait, shit. He's right. My minions are way too loyal to do this. Wait, why am I even thinking about this? This fucking pervert?
In fact, why was he even humoring this guy? He can just stop right now, go back home and forget all of this. However, try as he might, Bowser couldn't seem to pull himself away. The chieftain's grip wasn't that strong, so what the hell was going on? Did he like this?
I'm not supposed to like this.
Bowser screamed in his mind.
I'm not gay. There's no chance in hell that I...
Slowly, Bowser's mind began to go blank as the chieftain's cock was starting to taste pretty damn good. Even the Elon Musk started to smell good. Just what was going on? Like it or not, Bowser looked at the chieftain.
Oh, so you're getting into it now, huh?
He asked. Bowser let out a muffled moan in response.
Good. Us leaders have needs too, you know.
Suddenly, the chieftain grabbed the sides of Bowser's head and began thrusting down his throat.
Ugh, take my cock, King Bowser. Ugh, ugh.
He groaned. All the signs of professionalism being tossed out the window. Bowser gurgles, keeping his gaze focused on the chieftain. He could taste more of the Yoshi's cock as his throat was abused. This turned him on even more. A bulge forming in his thong and even his tail started wagging back and forth, like a dog getting his treat.
Oh! The taste of snow! The force! Oh!
Bowser thought. He didn't attempt to fight back, being submissive and letting the Yoshi take control.
Ugh, look at you, Bowser. A couple minutes ago you were the fearsome Koopa King. And now you look like a neat little boy slut, eager for some cock.
Yoshi chieftain marks and Bowser found himself not denying it, letting out a muffled moan.
Oh! Oh! I'm so saved! Awesome!
He lewdly thought, gazing at the male with lust in his eyes. He has no idea what's going on. Was he really in the closet? Why did this feel so fucking good? Gazing at the male with lust in his eyes. He has no idea what's going on. Was he really in the closet? Why did this feel so fucking good? At one point, Bowser moved his thong to the side and began jerking himself off.
Oh, we're whining,
Chieftain
bitch.
saw this and chuckled.
How naughty of you, Bowser.
He said before he started leaking pre.
Oh, I'm getting close. Oh.
Oh nein, es war Luigi. Mein Nemesis.
Bowser? Bowser thought as he braced himself for the Yoshi's imminent orgasm. After a few more harsh thrusts, the chieftain moaned loudly and came inside of Bowser's mouth.
This is
Oh, take it, damn it! Oh.
He groaned as Bowser gulped down the leader's cum. There was so much, the Koopa King's stomach began bulging ever so slightly. When it was over, the chieftain let go and allowed Bowser to pull away and breathe.
Oh!
Wait, who's doing this?
He panted.
Holy shit! That was amazing!
The chieftain smirked lewdly.
Oh, but we're not finished yet. Mind showing me that ass of yours?
He asked. In response, Bowser shuddered and leaned up against the wall, shaking his bubble butt as he did so.
How does it look?
Bowser taunted before slapping it, causing it to jiggle. The chieftain was proud seeing the king of the Koopas reduced to a shameless slut.
Very nice, he breathed. I hope you're ready for my cock inside of you again.
Bowser nodded vigorously as he watched the chieftain prime himself and began hot-dogging his dick in between Bowser's ass cheeks.
Put it in me, please!
How bad do you want it?
The chieftain asked him.
Be honest with me.
Oh, I would! Ah!
Bowser says he couldn't keep up with his pride anymore. He didn't know something like this could be so good.
I know you're very prideful, Bowser. You wouldn't allow your minions to do this thinking you was weak. But here, I can give you this. No judgments, nothing.
The Yoshi chieftain says, and Bowser bit his lower lip, rubbing his ass against the male's cock.
Oh, okay, okay. I'll be fucked. Your cock is so good. It's just me, chieftain. Don't make me laugh anymore.
Bowser confesses and produces a whimper.
Good boy.
The Yoshi shows his cock inside, making both males groan. Bowser being the loudest, his body shaking.
Oh! Hey! Oh fuck! Ah! Ah!
He moans out, feeling the Yoshi's cock inside of his tight ass. The chieftain couldn't help but chuckle at how raunchy Bowser was getting. He began thrusting hard into the Koopa King's tight ass, his cheeks bouncing and jiggling with every thrust, all while they were moaning and groaning loudly.
Oh! Big fuck! Feels so right!
Bowser groaned.
Please! Give me more! Your God is the best!
In response, the Yoshi gave Bowser's ass a spank, causing the Koopa King to yelp again, this time in pleasure.
Ah! Yeah!
Wow. The chieftain continued fucking and spanking Bowser's ass, his cheeks becoming redder with every slap. In the heat of the moment, Bowser reached down and began jerking himself off again.
Oh good! This feels so good!
He repeated. The Yoshi moved Bowser's hand out of the way and jerked him off for him. Finally, hearts appeared in the Koopa King's eyes as they felt both his dick and their ass being pleasure at the same exact time.
What? Fuck yeah! I love having a Yoshi's dick inside my fat Koopa ass!
Bowser moaned. Hearing this gave the chieftain an idea.
Is that so? How would you like to become a public fuck toy then? Oh.
He asked. Knowing good and well what kind of answer he was going to get, Bowser shuddered at the thought.
Yes! That sounds awesome!
He groaned as he began leaking free.
Please! Come inside of me!
What was that?
The Yoshi teased.
Come with me! Let me another Yoshi come! I need a brother!
Bowser practically screamed in ecstasy as he moved his hips to make the chieftain's cock go deeper inside of him. The Yoshi chieftain slams deep inside of Bowser, both males moaning loudly as the Yoshi came inside, filling the Koopa up. He feels his stomach blowed up again, filled with the other male's semen. The Yoshi chieftain pulls out and whispers to Bowser, leading him outside.
If you come on certain days, you will get this. I'll accept the terms if you do. Do we have a deal?
The chieftain says, and Bowser nodded. He so desperately wants more of this.
Good.
Wait, no, that's Yoshi.
Good. Why don't you tell the fellow Yoshis your new role's starting today? You have plenty of time before you return home.
The rest of the Yoshis all stopped whatever they were doing and stared at Bowser. They didn't fear more so, confused and aroused.
Please! Fuck me! I'll be your personal Darcy fuckboy. Whatever grievances you have, I'll pay for it by taking your cocks! You can piss on me too! I deserve it! Ah!
Bowser says, his own penis twitching as he utters those words. While the other Yoshis were shocked at this, they quickly gained looks on their faces that meant, hell yeah! Bowser would certainly be here for a while. It had quickly become a routine for Bowser. Almost every night, he would sneak off to Yoshi's Island for more lewd fun. Kamek still doesn't know about it, but he hopefully would never know about the Yoshi's obsession with the Koopa King. In the daytime, he'd act like the ruthless evil leader he was, but on Yoshi's Island, he got loads of cocks, cum, and even a little bit of piss. As for his end of the bargain, well, let's just say revenge is best served lewd. And that one gets a kudos.